I'm not going to chase every rabbit down the hole like I did the first term. You know, that's what I mean about he's not going to get my mind.
Bill Maher, known for his sharp wit and fearless commentary, has just pulled a move that no one saw coming. And when I say it shocked everyone, I mean everyone. Bill Maher, the man who spent decades roasting Republicans and calling out Trump, just did the unthinkable. He backed Trump on CNN, and the crowd, they absolutely lost it.
He's a kooky guy who says a lot of kooky things, and I'm just not going to pre-hate anything.
So, what happened? How did Bill Maher go from being a staunch critic to suddenly defending the very man he spent so much time ridiculing? Grab your popcorn, because this is the kind of political drama you don't want to miss. We'll break it down, Bill Maher's stunning shift, the crowd's reaction, and why this moment might just change the way we look at the political landscape. Let's be real here. When you think of Bill Maher, you think of someone who's consistently taken shots at Trump. He's made his career off calling out Trump's policies, mocking his behavior, and pushing back on anything that even remotely resembled Trump's agenda. But in this explosive CNN appearance, Bill Maher did the unthinkable. He not only defended Trump, he gave the man credit where it was due. The moment came like a thunderbolt.
I'm just going to hope for the best, and then when something serious happens, I'll comment on that. Otherwise,
Maher, who's often been critical of the way Trump handled certain aspects of his presidency.
I have new rules and monologue as a place in the show every week.
Suddenly found himself praising Trump's ability to get things done. Maher talked about the practical side of Trump's achievements, mentioning policies like tax cuts and deregulation that actually made a noticeable difference for many Americans.
To talk about invading Greenland and annexing Canada and other stuff that's perfect for comedy, but I'm not going to take it seriously.
I'm not saying I agree with everything Trump did, Maher admitted, but you can't ignore the fact that the man got things done. He didn't just sit in the Oval Office tweeting, he passed legislation that affected people's daily lives, and that's when it happened. The crowd? They went wild. No one was expecting this, least of all the hardcore Democrats in the room. But Bill Maher, always one to play it straight, didn't care about the backlash. He said what he felt needed to be said, and that was that. And let's not forget the CNN team's reaction to all of this. You could see the shock on their faces as Maher not only threw Trump a bone, but actually pointed out that the left's obsession with Trump's shortcomings had clouded their ability to look at the bigger picture. CNN's anchors stumbled over their words, trying to redirect the conversation. Well, Bill, we understand you're frustrated with the left's narrative, but, one anchor said. But Maher wasn't backing down. He doubled down, saying that the media had a responsibility to cover all sides of the story, not just the sensational headlines. It's about time the media stopped treating Trump like a circus act and started acknowledging the policies that impacted the economy, jobs, and people's lives, he said, his voice growing stronger. And you know what? The audience loved it. They cheered. They clapped. They were on their feet. And in that moment, it became clear. The media had underestimated just how much the American public was ready for a little honesty and transparency, even if it meant siding with Trump for a moment. But of course, not everyone was loving Bill Maher's newfound love for Trump. The left? They were furious. Social media exploded with angry tweets, accusations of Maher selling out, and calls for him to stick to comedy. One prominent Twitter user posted, "Bill Maher has officially gone off the deep end. Supporting Trump now? Unbelievable." Another tweet read, "First, he was mocking Republicans. Now he's supporting Trump? What happened to Maher?" The disapproval was intense, with many criticizing him for betraying his own progressive values. The Bill Maher Gone Trump was trending for hours, as liberal pundits and celebrities took to Twitter to voice their outrage. But it wasn't just Twitter that was up in arms. Across the liberal media spectrum, Maher was getting roasted for his comments. The Daily Beast, The New York Times and other left-leaning outlets published scathing op-eds accusing Maher of turning his back on his audience. Some took it personally, accusing him of betraying his audience and abandoning the progressive values he'd spent years championing. Bill Maher has lost it, one writer at The Guardian declared. After all his years of critical commentary against Trump, he's now siding with him? It's a shock to anyone who's followed his career, but Maher wasn't fazed. He fired back, saying, "I'm not here to please anyone. I'm here to tell the truth, even if it's inconvenient. I've been calling out Trump for years, but that doesn't mean I can't recognize when he's done something that works." So, what does all this mean? Is Bill Maher really becoming a Trump supporter? Absolutely not. But what he's doing here is far more important. Maher is calling out both sides of the aisle for their inability to communicate, collaborate, and get things done. He's standing firm in his belief that the American political system has become a circus, one where partisan bickering, media manipulation, and self-interest have overshadowed real change. In fact, Maher's message is something that should resonate with people from all political backgrounds. He's saying that it's time to stop treating politics like a game of one-upmanship and start focusing on the real issues that affect everyday Americans. Whether you love Trump or hate him, Bill Maher's call for a more honest, transparent, and effective government is one that we should all take seriously. And while some may continue to boo him, Caroline Leavitt and others like her, Maher's words are the ones that are going to start resonating in the hearts and minds of the American public. This moment on CNN may have been a turning point, a wake-up call for the media and the left, and even for Trump's most ardent supporters. What makes Bill Maher's words so powerful is his ability to cut through the noise and get to the heart of the matter. He's not a politician, he's a comedian, a cultural commentator. But in this moment, he embodied something that the political elite often forget: the ability to speak the truth, no matter the cost. You see, the real issue here isn't just about Trump or Maher. It's about the broken state of our political system. It's about how media, politics, and entertainment have all become intertwined in ways that don't serve the average American. It's about how both sides, Democrat and Republican, have failed to deliver on their promises, focusing instead on ideology and petty arguments. Bill Maher's sudden defense of Trump isn't an endorsement of his policies. It's a challenge to all of us. It's a challenge to stop following the script that's been written for us and start thinking critically about the world we live in. Maher's honesty is refreshing, and it's why so many people in the audience were on their feet, clapping and cheering, because for once, someone was telling it like it is. So, what happens next? Will Bill Maher continue to walk this fine line, calling out both the left and the right? Will he be able to keep the conversation honest and balanced without falling into the trap of partisan politics? Or will this moment be seen as a fluke, a one-time slip into Trump's support? It's clear that Maher's latest appearance on CNN wasn't just a one-off. It was a powerful statement. And whether you agree with him or not, his message is one that's going to keep reverberating throughout the media, the political world, and beyond. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think? Did Bill Maher go too far in his defense of Trump, or is he just speaking the truth? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get this conversation going. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Celeb Titbits for more, and stay tuned for the next political bombshell.